Welcome to ATI Pro Media and happy Wednesday. It is 9 o'clock and we are going live. Quick question: did you eat a quarter pounder yesterday? Seeing some not so good headlines involved with McDonald's. We'll talk about that and we'll have our beef expert Brady Huck break it down for us. So, crop insurance, right? We haven't talked about it a whole lot, but it's going to end in about a week. Let's do a check in there. We're going to look a little weather. We've got some more flash sales. It's that time of year, but my gosh, it is great to see them. Let's hope they keep continuing. And so with that, we'll go ahead and bring them in. Brady Huck, what do we know?
It's another day here today, Connor B.
Yeah, good deal. Well, you want to quote us up on the markets real quick? Great day yesterday on grains, right? Nice positive day. Not quite seeing the follow through right now, but I'll let you take it away. I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, Dees corn. Looking at Dees corn, we're down 2 cents today, 4.14. Nove beans up a quarter of a cent, 9.92. Chicago wheat down 5 cents. KC wheat down 6 cents. Looking over at the cattle side of things, digesting the headlines pretty well. Feeder cattle up 45 points on Nove. Dees fat cattle up 82.5. Lean hogs up 40 points. Going over to Wall Street, the Dow's down 200 points, S&P down 24, NASDAQ down 138, Bitcoin down 780, gold down 270, silver down 75 points, crude oil down 43, and that's about it for a wrap.
Well, hey, let's go the first. Well, actually, let's get the daily sales out of the way.
Okay.
Right? Always good to see. Soybean sales, 130,000 soybeans to China, 100,000 corn to unknown, and 259,000 soybeans to unknown destinations. So again, we see the unknown destinations pop up, and so it's interesting, right? A lot of times I think when people see that unknown destinations, they think it's a smoke and mirror job, right? It's someone concealing. And I'm not saying it's not, but it's more than anything, it's exporters are making the sale, not sure where the end destination is, right? They made the sale, but that vessel could trade a couple times. So in order to get the we want to see those big flash sales daily. They go ahead and report it and they leave the destination unknown. So still interesting to see a huge uptick in unknown destinations, right?
Unknown, yeah. That's a place I want to go. I want to support their business. I want to go fly their flag, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's good to see them.
Sounds good to me. Brady Huck to unknown destinations.
Yeah.
So,
Good to see them flash sales. Keep them coming, though. Let's keep them coming. Good to see.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to jump topics here. You got something else
to
Okay. Next, the big headline today, though, Connor, is the McDonald's. The McDonald's E. coli outbreak. 1 death, 10 hospitalizations. Not a good deal. What bothers me about this headline, though, Connor, is linked to quarter pounders. They're linking it to beef, and we just have this media bias to jump to beef. And actually, preliminary testing shows that it's possibly in the onions,
right?
Not related to the beef whatsoever. I mean, these food groups they do such a good job to create a quality, safe product out there on the beef side of things. But things happen, and I guess they're running with this story today. Good to see the cattle market handling it well.
Yeah.
My kit, two points on this that I'm thinking about, and I don't know how to tie these together. One, it's my wife and my son's birthday today. Happy birthday to my wife.
Happy
and my
birthday.
child. Yeah, they get to share a joint birthday. That's great
awesome
to see. But we asked where my son wanted to eat. This does relate to McDonald's. We said, "Where do you want to eat on your birthday, Camden?" And luckily, he didn't say McDonald's, Connor. But my youngest daughter, though, is actually home, and I'm babysitting her. I hope she doesn't make a cameo appearance here. But she's home because she got kicked out of daycare for being sick. And I'm trying to think when the last time we eat McDonald's a lot. I'm trying to think of the last time we had McDonald's, Connor. But I don't know. Could be.
You might be
you got it here tested.
statistic. Well, hope not. And so, yeah, interesting. The onions seems to be the cause. Other thing, checking in on McDonald's stock. I mean, it's down right now. It looks like it's down about 5% for a negative headline. I'd say it's digesting it decently well. So hopefully it's isolated and we'll move on. But time will tell. That was the big headline today, though. Definitely.
Yep. Yeah. In all seriousness, hope it doesn't become a bigger problem, right?
Right. Absolutely. So, other one I have, and this one, I almost it's funny that I was reading the news and I almost went right past it, and I'm like, you know what? If we saw this headline in 2021 or even 2022, I think we would see grains be insanely volatile. It'd be the headline on every single thing. Twitter would be blown up. But just given the environment we're in, I almost went right past it. But here's the one: is just checking in on Russia-Ukraine war. U.S. says there's evidence that shows North Korea has troops in Russia for Ukraine war. I think it was something like it's not a lot. Was it 1,000? I can't remember. And they promised maybe 10,000 that we're gonna do there. But it's just an interesting escalation, right? Something when we talk about a lot of the uncertainty in the next 3 months, sometimes I tend to forget to talk about Russia, Ukraine. But if we see any type of escalation, right, I don't know if this is it, right? But if we see something, it could change quickly, right? We've really been in a war of attrition for, gosh, it feels like at least 18 months, maybe even 2 years on that. But very interesting to see, and we'll see where it goes from there. But North Korea has troops in Russia for Ukraine war.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that headline. Is it? Hopefully, it's just a headline and nothing beyond
Right.
it comes to fruition. But lots going to change over the next few months, and a lot of stuff going on in the world. We've got to keep our eyes on, and we got to be careful. Tying it back to grain marketing a little bit. Got to just the what ifs out there. Don't paint yourself in a box or in a corner, and don't expect. Almost expect the unexpected is my mindset here.
Right. Yep. Be ready for both scenario, for any scenario, maybe not both, any scenario. So speaking of that, let's check in on crop insurance, right?
Okay.
Where are we at? Crop insurance, that floor ends October 31st, right? We're in that fall price discovery right now. And so we've got the floor. I would say for the vast majority of producers, we probably out yielded our coverage. Time will tell. I'm sure if I say that, I'm gonna have some people arguing with me, right? There's going to be pockets that definitely didn't. But I think we have a chart. Where are we at with that? What's their Feb average or
Yep. Flash
October
that.
average?
Yep, harvest price discovery. So yeah, if you had a higher price here, going in at this time of year, we would adjust that, coverage level up and the dollars protected per acre up. But we're seeing a lower price there, and you take that times your coverage level. And there's, like you said, a lot of people, unless you have a production problem, that aren't going to get a crop insurance payment unless you're really paid up. But some of those extra coverage deals, the margin protection and the SCO type stuff, they don't settle out this time frame. It takes 10 months further till you realize if those actually pay you out. But
Right. And I think the key is to keep in mind is that after October 31st, right, that safety net is gone, and whatever the price does, it's on you, right? The U.S. government says, take it from here. Harvest hopefully is wrapped up by the end of October. Most years, it's on you. So I'll quiz you, Brady, because I don't know the answer. But October of 23 fall price. You remember what it was?
no, but I can look.
Look it up because
Look it up.
that,
Okay.
I think that'd be a good takeaway when we
Mhm.
start looking. When the new crop becomes old crop, let's make sure we're keeping that in mind because we had floors that were, I know for a fact, significantly above where the price is now, and
Mhm.
so we got to keep that in mind. And when that crop insurance floor is gone, right, let's make sure we got
That's
marketing plans in place.
I'm glad you brought that up. We talk about it a lot, but sometimes we look at it as an obvious thing of you have no downside coverage as that crop insurance comes off, and sometimes you can space that and forget to communicate that. It's very important. Looking up at that number though, 488, Connor, October price
Four
a year ago.
488 December 24 futures right now are 414, right? So 60 cents
Yeah.
lower than where we were. And so that's a
Mhm.
key takeaway, right? That was our crop insurance floor. But guess what? There's probably a whole lot of producers that had a marketing average well below that. So keep that in mind, right? Important date, important thing to keep in mind. So with that, should we do a quick check in on premium?
Yes, sir. Let's see. What do we do for premium?
Yeah, you and I filmed. I thought it was a good one. Maybe it was very simple, but I just wanted to talk about when we look at placing offers, right? Philosophy behind it, and then also indicators we look at when we're putting offers in there. Just a quick walkthrough.
Yeah, important things to keep in mind. I enjoyed it doing it with you, and good stuff to put out there and think about as we're wrapping up. Yep.
And so we got Tommy also put one out there with RFD TV. Great talk on inflation with a recession. I'm sorry, not inflation. Misspoke. Recession signal with Scott the Cow Guy. Also good stuff. Always love to see Tommy on Scott the Cow Guy. So last thing I'll leave you with here, let's look at a little weather. And
Okay.
so a fact that we all know, past precipitation, my gosh, we have been dry, right? This harvest pace has just kept plugging along. But I think there's a little rain. I didn't pull in the GFS for us, but there's a little rain in the forecast, but not enough to take us out of that drought. So significant. You in Kansas, completely red. In Central Illinois, we got a little precipitation, but not much. My gosh, Iowa, Dakotas, Minnesota, we're talking dry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, going to impact subsoil type moisture going into next year, but it takes a lot to a lot of work for Mother Nature to come back in and offset that and recharge. But gosh, it just feels like these weathers we go from one extreme to another, Connor, and it can last longer. Never know how long it's going to last. Is this a 30, 60, 90-day dry spell, or is it start of a 2-year drought out here in the Western Plains? That's what scares me.
Right.
But it can flip like a switch, and these patterns change, and we go from drought to flood pretty quick, it seems like.
Yeah, we'll see. I think do we get drought monitor out tomorrow?
Yeah, yep. Every Thursday morning, 7:30.
It'd be interesting. We need to do a comparison of this time last year. I always like to look back, right, and start looking at it, because I think we were having the same conversation, right? And maybe Kansas were you dry last year?
Yeah, we were very dry up until kind of January timeframe. We got a little relief, then we dried out again for another 60 days, and we got hit, 3 months, June, July. May, June, July, we were above normal precip, and then have dried off since then.
Gotcha.
Big swings, deal. One extreme to another, Connor. One extreme.
Absolutely. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up the show. I'll leave you with a couple things. Let us know, is harvest wrapping up in your area? And then 2, if you want to send us an email or text, what are you doing with this crop, right? Are we moving soybeans, storing corn, or vice versa? Are we selling it all at the combine, or are we hoping for higher and storing it all, right? Give us a call. If you want help talking marketing, we're always here. But I think with that, any closing thoughts, Brady?
Nope. Sounds good. Happy Wednesday. See you all tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.